Welcome, everybody. This is the time you've all been waiting for. These are the contest results for Vintage Beef's fan server contest.
So glad all of you guys entered. We had around 100 entries.
It was
Give or,
crazy.
yeah, give or take a few entries, and it took us a good amount of time to look at each map, download every single one, but 100 people. We have the top 9 for you to look at.
Yeah, we're gonna read them off in reverse chronological order, with the last two being our two winners. And I bet you guys want to know if you won. Was it you? Well, statistically speaking, it wasn't you, but we're gonna see if
Yeah,
it was.
and while we're talking about the entry, I'll be showing some cool like panoramic shots of what the person built, so you guys can see how awesome they were, especially.
So
All the top 9 were great. Every single one of them were like amazing builds.
yeah, like all of these were like the top of the top.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone's was good in their own way, but these were just outstanding. With the top two being the most amazing. So let's start it off. And our ninth place entry is Bob O'Reilly with the awesome red brick house.
Yeah, it's a red brick and glass adapted mansion, as you can see in this first panoramic shot. And the underground Batcave part was pretty awesome too. I mean, it was a pretty good build. You don't often see red brick being used as a main building material, but he made it look nice.
Yeah, he pulled it off really well. So thanks, Bob O'Reilly.
Thank you.
And coming in on number 8 is Ethan S. The really main feature that we were going for on this one was the outside.
Yes, the outside was visually pleasing, and it just like looked nice. Built into a mountain, so you can see in the first panorama. There was no bat cave in this one though, but that's not part of the requirements, obviously. But the outside here is just beautiful.
And that's what really stuck out for us. So
Yeah.
thank you, Ethan S, for your submission.
Yeah, and on to the next submission. We have...
And coming in on number 7 is Carlos 2x2, who's he built the set of Gotham City, and it wasn't the best one that we've seen, but the main feature was that he was the only person to actually make a video out of his submission.
People made show videos just to demonstrate their map, but his video was actually like an action scene, something happening.
It told a story.
Yes, exactly.
It was very clean, very nice, and
Yeah, and
we really liked it a lot.
yeah, here's a clip from the video right here. If you'd like to see more of the video, there's a link in the description to check out his video. Yeah, it's great.
And so, thank you, Carlos, for your submission. And coming in on number 6 is Missy K, who basically built this huge replica of Gotham City, and the sheer size of it is just amazing.
Yeah, there's quite a bunch of buildings here, and quite a lot of sights to see. I mean, you should spend a bunch of time walking around just looking at the different buildings.
It's great. Like, even though some of them may appear to be replicated off of each other, there's still a great variety of buildings, and it's obvious that you put a lot of work into it. So thank you, Missy, for your submission. Okay, and here we have our 5th place entry with Mr. S. Lucas. And what this guy did was he made this amazing map with just some really good detail, and it was also a map with some challenges, and it was almost like an adventure map.
It was where there were some mobs to fight, and you had to go and explore and find a few things, and overall it was like quite nice. Like the buildings on the outside even look really good, and on the inside there's some good details where you can find stuff where you're looking for the stuff.
It was really great just to play through it. We actually had a lot of fun doing it, and it wasn't just like a really short thing. I think it took like us almost an hour to play through the whole thing.
Yeah, and the whole entire time we were laughing, dying, and whatever.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. S. Lucas, for your entry. And our fourth place entry comes from Nicholas W.
Alright, this guy, he had a really nice design on the mansion slash house thing. It's actually quite big. Some of the others are a little bit smaller. His is quite big compared to the rest. There's some, even like a county jail over there. The bat cave, he has a bat cave. It's not quite much to do in there, but the design of the bat cave is quite nice. It looks really pleasing. And the outside of the building especially is really nice.
So basically, it was a overall pretty good build, and we want to thank you also for your submission and the time you put into it. So thank you, Nicholas W.
Thank you.
And on number 3, we have JJB. This guy, I mean, his build was like really, really amazing.
Yeah, he had a really nice garden effect going on outside. It's like a little wall surrounding almost just the house, actually, like surrounding the property. The house looks pretty nice from the outside, but on the inside, all the detail between the tables and bookshelves and the little fountain and the bat cave, it was a nice build.
And we as with all the submissions, we really regret having to not like take them out of the winner slots, but we can only pick 2. And thank you, JJB, for your submission. And now we go on to our winners. All right, our first winner of the night, coming in second place, is Vintage Peanut, or Inner Spice. He made the most amazing amusement park, and there was a ton of statues. There was one of me as a creeper, Zach as Steve. There was a Joker. There was Vintage Beef. There were so many statues, and one of the best parts was there was a lot of interactiveness with mini games such as like golf, like King of the Ladder. There was several roller coasters. It was pretty. It was really great.
Yeah, one of the main components of scoring points in our little judging system was creativity, and this map had a bunch of creativity.
It was one of the most creative maps, really, because of all the wide range of things to do inside the map.
It's really colorful, and there's actually quite a bit of detail for being an amusement park, theme park, but it looks nice.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude, and we're glad to have him on the server. Thank you, Vintage Peanut or Inner Spice, for your submission.
Thanks you.
Thanks you.
Thanks you.
And now we go on to our winner, our first place winner. And here in our first place slot, we have Rexonite. This guy's build was sheerly amazing. It was Wayne's Manor, or I don't know if it was Wayne's, but yeah, it was a huge building that he built with some mostly wood and glowstone. It looked great, and then there was an amazing bat cave underneath.
Yeah, he even used a little bit of terrain modifier to build
terraforming.
Up, yeah, terraforming to build up the house, so it's like on a huge cliff, and there's a stairway going up to it. The outside of this thing is beautiful.
It's huge too.
Yeah, it takes up. This is the biggest manor we had, and it looks nice. The inside of the main place also looks nice. It's not quite as spectacular as the outside, but once you get down to the bat cave, it looks like that's amazing.
Yeah, like the time that this guy put into it must have been like crazy, because the detail that was put into the bat cave as well as the house on top was quite amazing, and we both agree that he is very deserving of our first place slot and the second slot on the Vintage Beef fan server. And thank you, Rexonite, for your submission. And
Really appreciate your work.
Yeah, congratulations. And once again, we want to thank everyone who entered.
Yeah, thanks guys. It means a lot.
Yeah, it was great going through all of them. And thank you for putting in the time. And we can't wait to see you guys on the server.
You'll enjoy it.
So, thanks again, and see you later.